Every Ratman has one eye on moving up a rung or two, and the other on his rivals. So, you're going to Karak
A
North,
sneaky
where
Ratman, man.
Fester has set up base. Sneak in,
Always trying to backstab each other.
and enjoy the carnage as they fight for his crown.
Into the nest.
It always works. Hopefully, the chaos
One of my
will
favorite
interrupt
maps.
the work on the skitter game
Playing the
and
wizard.
give us more time.
Unchained.
You reckon the Skaven will fall for this again?
I'm playing same build I use on the bot when I
Long
when
as
I
I
run
get
her.
to scorch them whiskers to tail, I'm a happy woman.
Strong build. People always forget this item exists here. I don't know. I don't think it's 100% spawn chance, but people always run by that. Yeah, this build's pretty strong. I've talked before about how the other builds that I run for temp HP in particular, you know, on Ranger Veteran and on Mercenary, they're kind of generally good. They shine more when you play them with you know, the other temp HP careers, you know, together on the same team. But this particular build for Unchained is pretty decent on its own.
What are you grumbling about, Guardian?
Grimgy gave me the name of a Rocky clan to shout when we fight the war.
Shield, Skaven! Skaven gun up!
It's
The rattling death.
it's definitely enhanced, of course, when you play it with the other temp HP classes here. Just in the nature of it.
Ammunition stash.
But it can definitely work, you know, in a variety of other team comps. I would say more so than some of the other builds that I use in the bots. Beam Staff, of course, incredibly powerful. Flaming Flail, of course, incredibly strong. You know, the big idea behind this build, of course, is lots of temp HP.
Get out of its firing line!
And you definitely get no shortage of that when you use Balm with Abandon. I always got to say that talent was slow because it's English is a funny language. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Yeah, ale for me, dwarf. Really good. Notice they didn't pick this up. I wanted to come back up here and get it. And man, Beam Staff is just so powerful. In my opinion, the most versatile staff. Come on, they're waiting for Kruber to pick this up, but I don't care who picks it up. Naturally, the shotgun alternate fire blast here is incredibly powerful. The beam dot damage can be strong too in certain cases. But of course, you would use the beam for the sniper shot that it has. And for those of you who don't know, Because I remember when I first used Beef Sap, I didn't know how this worked. But when you are aiming with the beam, you can right-click, and it fires a sniper shot. Does a lot of good damage. Oh, bit of lag there. And of course, the Flaming Flail is just super strong. It's got super high stagger. Now I'm using, with this build, I'm using 10% extra power versus chaos on the Flail. Now, obviously, I don't need that for this map in particular, but I do use it just, you know, generally. You know, if I go in a quick play with this kind of build, you know, it's guaranteed to be effective against both races.
Healing draft. Don't squander it.
And I run Opportunist on it as well, because I'm pretty sure Opportunist gives it the ability to stagger Chaos Warriors out of their overhead attack, which is incredibly difficult to do. But this heavy one attack that the Flail has a massive amount of stagger on top of it, attached to it, and you can chain stagger Chaos Warriors with it, which can give you a massive advantage in certain situations where Chaos Warriors are prevalent. It does kind of suck a little bit that it doesn't. It doesn't give you, like, I'm using the stagger temp HP talent, and we got a escape and patrol, I see. Very common trigger right here for escape and patrol. But I'm gonna use this one too, because why not? But the stagger temp HP talent, unfortunately, doesn't work too well with that the first heavy attack. Even though the heavy one attack has this huge stagger, most of the stagger is in like some sort of explosion effect, and you only get temp HP from the initial enemy that's hit by the weapon. So all of the enemies that get hit by that explosion effect, it doesn't count. It's the same thing if you use the on-hit temp HP talent that Unchained has. It doesn't count, so you don't get a whole lot of temp HP for the first heavy attack, but you do get quite a bit from doing this combo, which is just a light wand followed by the heavy 2. So you can build up quite a. What are you doing? You can build up quite a bit of temp HP, just, you know, doing this combo, and then, you know, you block cancel and you just repeat it. You can also do a heavy and then follow it up with another light, but the light's the overhead attack. So, but it does reset the combo. So, and I mean, and that combo is kind of good for if you plan on using stagger temp HP or the on-hit temp HP. It's pretty decent. Stagger temp HP, of course, better the higher the difficulty you go. Naturally, enemies with more HP are going to, of course, be staggered by the, you know, these attacks. Which will lead to more HP. And of course, if you're running a team comp similar to mine with the bots, I mean, your temp HP is going to just about damn near always be full. Also, with a build like this, it gives you just a lot of control over your ultimate ability. So some Unchained players like to have control over their overcharge by keeping it as low as possible, or at least having the option to lower it, in which case, you know, you sometimes get people who will use, I believe the talent's called Dissipate, which gives you that extra block cost at high overcharge, and it also makes it so that when blocking an attack, it lessens your overcharge. With a build like this, you might not want something like that. I mean, Unchained kind of operates a little bit similarly to, I would say, someone like Zealot. Like you kind of want her to be at high overcharge so you can make use of that extra melee power that she gets. And then naturally I'm running Frenzied Flame, which makes the Flail feel so much better. So being at high overcharge gives me that extra 15% attack speed. And with Abandon, and especially if I get a Sigmar shield, I can kind of chain overcharge explosions into just a ton of temporary HP. So you see, if that if I do end up exploding, Abandon will give me the ability to sacrifice HP to replenish my ability bar. And as I've demonstrated twice now, if I've got the Sigmar shield, I'm able to negate the damage. Can I save him? Oh, I saved him with 4 HP. I'm able to negate the damage entirely, and I just get free ability bar because I got the Sigmar shield on. So it's incredibly powerful. Stormfiend's coming up behind me. What's he doing? Oh. New mistake. I just got on. I'm still warming up. This is my first game. So the bots always get stuck on Stormfiends. So Beam Staff is actually pretty good if you just kind of hold it on to monsters. It does ramp up burn damage quite a bit. It's very good if you're using a Battle Wizard, actually, with Famished Flames. And that's a easy Stormfiend. Is there another heal over here? By any chance, there was. Enemies, of course, are immune to stagger in certain animations. especially when they're recovering like
Have you any
that.
hopes of reclaiming this hold, Barton?
My folk have other battles in hand. Always do.
Shouldn't give up hope, darling.
But yeah, I mean it's really strong. Just just having the ability to control your overcharge
She's wrong?
in such a way where it really eases the stress of playing someone like Unchained, where I mean, especially Elf, not Elf. What am I talking about? Especially Wizard in general, because overheating on Wizard on any class normally will just involve exploding. Unchained, of course, with the special ability to be able to overcharge and then use her ability to not explode.
So many. Lona was right. We need
So it's nice to be able to not worry about that overcharge mechanic, and instead actually use it to a huge benefit to yourself, giving yourself just more temp HP, which will let you survive your next overcharge if you decide to use it. You can see every time I get that shield, I'm enjoying the ability of just immediately going overcharge and recovering my ability bar to max. It's definitely unique to Unchained.
I see a warp fire thrower.
And like I said, it's definitely very strong. I think on any team comp you use this kind of build with. And then of course with Beam Staff, you don't have to just constantly overcharge. You could just max out and then do a little vent. So when you're full charge like this, you typically, when you vent, you can get 2 more casts of your shotgun blast. So usually when you're maxed out, I did lose all my L stacks. It's all right. I'll get a couple more back right here. So yeah, usually when you're maxed out like this, you vent, do 2, vent, do 2, vent, do 2, and you just kind of get used to doing that. And I mean, you get used to doing that, and you can use Beam Staff on the other classes really effectively too, without the fear of overheating on other classes like Pyromancer or such. I know I think Beam Staff is pretty strong on Pyromancer as well. It's certainly strong on Battle Wizard, but I think Battle Wizard has the capability to make some other staffs much more particularly effective than Beam Staff. But it is certainly a possibility that you can run Beam Staff on Battle Wizard as well. Come on, come out of the fire.
That's a fire rat. Someone kill it. Don't just stand there.
I'm gonna burn my ult to give Kruber some HP there. I want any of the bots going down here. Man, oh, I love Beam Staff. Beam Staff is so strong, man. I mean, all the staffs are pretty strong. I find some people, you know, they disagree with me on that. There's some people who definitely may think that some staffs are completely useless, and I don't agree with that. I think every single staff that Sienna has is incredibly powerful. They all serve different functions in different ways is all. I think for example, like I think most people will find. I think most people would find maybe the Flamestorm staff. I think most people find pretty trash. The Flamestorm staff, of course, is the flamethrower, similar to the dwarf's Drake gun.
So much for warfare. Will the Rassies ever learn?
This shall redouble my zeal.
And I mean, Flamestorm staff is incredibly powerful. The problem with Flamestorm staff, I believe, is it's one of those weapons where it's better the higher the difficulty. So fairly often you'll get people who use it, you know, starting out. They're using it on like recruit or veteran or even champion, and they're feeling like they're not getting effective use out of it, and it would be correct. But then they make the mistake of assuming that it's complete garbage and that it's not ever worth running in any situation, and then they never see the true worth of the staff. Basically, they never get the true experience of what Flamestorm staff is capable of, you know. And it is just one of those weapons where the more enemies there are on your screen, the more effective it is. Especially in the hands of a battle wizard. I believe Flamestorm staff has a dot tick that is much higher than other staffs. So battle wizard with her lingering flames ability is able to essentially make that dot tick super powerful. Much more powerful than it has any right to be. Are they? I think they're stuck back there. Cracked shot, dwarf. And
Time to burn out more.
That's a runner. Weapons up. Come on, shield
yeah, it's just it's really strong. You know, one. I mean, you can make an argument for like, oh well, you know, Beam Staff has the shotgun, and you know, Conflagration can get a whole bunch as well. Like I said, the Flamestorm staff I believe has a higher dot tick than any other staff. On top of that, you know, when you get a fully charged spell with the Flamestorm, I mean, the hundreds of enemies that it can potentially hit is insane. Absolutely insane. And
Weird stone operators.
I don't want I don't want anyone getting the impression that it's not strong. Most weapons are very strong. You just gotta find the right environment to use them in. And coming up on the boss, the very pathetic boss rat. Man, I sometimes wonder if they're ever gonna change this boss at all.
Deeper than I thought. Come on, Victor. Let's get you patched up.
So I'm going to
Healing draught over here.
put healing droughts on all the bots. In case they go down, they can heal themselves very quickly with the healing droughts.
Patch up quickly, Sergeant.
Yeah, that's better.
And we're gonna face this big rat. I mean, this guy is just, I don't know, man. Can you imagine if Uber Strike 5 fought like Throt the Unclean or some shit, you know, like that would be a fight. I mean, they honestly, they would probably get trampled by Throt. Honestly, Uber Strike 5 are pretty strong, but I don't have any boss killers on this team comp though, so it might still be a bit of a challenge here. I'm gonna just do a few ults here to give the bots some HP so that they don't go down right away. They often have trouble when Scarrick busts out his halberd. So obviously that attack is in that large AoE that he does, and the bots really don't know how to dodge that attack all too well. Later. And we didn't even have to use any healing items for him. Not a single bot went down. And I gotta compulsively check that chest every time. It doesn't matter if there's a loot dye there or not at this point, but you know, I gotta check it. But yeah, really strong class, Unchained. Quite a few different ways to play her. This, of course, is my favorite way. So. I mean, look at all that temp HP. You know, it's just crazy temp HP generation. Wildfire, of course, is also a really good talent to use in a similar way with the Abandoned talent. Kind of how I've been using it in this game. But that's for another video.
Can't a woman bite her wounds in peace.
I'm thinking... I don't know, that seemed like a lot of Sigmar shields. I'm thinking Warrior Priest probably has the most damage. I saw some cracked shots from the Dwarf. He might have more specials. Well, let's see. Whew. Oh my god, I didn't even realize how many specials Gerber was killing. Holy shit. 23 to 15 on him. That's pretty damn good. And 10,500 on the priest. That's pretty good. Very nice. GG.